Hey, what's up, skippers, and welcome back to the channel. Today, let me introduce you to Pavel, a dedicated Caridina streamkeeper who, like many of us, were constantly looking for a way to make things better. When it came to resetting his tanks, it used to take him around 6 hours per tank. Full reset, the whole lock, stock and barrel, removing the soil and everything. And with rows of tanks to manage, it became exhausting. But then he tried something different, something simple. He adopted the reset basket method and everything changed. In his words, started resetting the tanks, and with that basket method, one row was in 20 minutes done, and it consists of 5 tanks. That's about 4 minutes per tank. Compare that to the 6 hours it used to take, and you are looking at nearly 100 times the efficiency. He gained back 5 hours and 56 minutes per tank. Multiply that by 5 tanks in one row, and that's close to 30 hours of saving. 30 hours. That is an entire weekend. That's time with family, time to start a new project, or simply time to breathe. Because in this hobby, like in life, time is the one thing you cannot buy back with money, but you can protect it by working smarter. So we have seen it across human history. Like, for example, we used to wash our clothes by hands, and now we use washing machines. We used to write letters, now we use email. The core task hasn't changed. We still clean, we still communicate, but the delivery method has. And now we are seeing the same evolution in streamkeeping. The reset basket isn't just a container for soil. It's a shift in how we approach one of the most tedious parts of stream care, the tank reset. What used to take hours of draining, scooping, rinsing, and waiting and can now be done with grace, clarity, and minimum disturbance to both the stream and the hobbies. This isn't just convenience, it's transformation. Pavel also shared some critical insights on the different placement it makes. So for example, he experimented with placing the basket directly on the bottom of the tank like a traditional UGF layout, But over time, a problem began to surface. The soil compacted. Flow underneath was blocked. When he removed the basket, it smelled, a clear sign of anaerobic conditions and a possible sulfide gas formation due to organic buildup. So as Pavel explained, the bottom layer may become anoxic over time, and the smell confirmed the biological imbalance. So on the other hand, when the basket was suspended, there was no compaction, no clogging, no foul smell. Why? Because the upper regions of the tank near the surface has the highest concentration of dissolved oxygen, which then promotes anaerobic bacterial colonization. So this makes biological cycling more stable and effective. The basket is also easy to inspect, reposition, and clean without disturbing the rest of the tank. So a simple change in placement created a massive improvement in long-term soil health. So for those who are considering switching from the UGF system to reset basket, this is actually a crucial point. UGF were originally designed for gravel, not fine-grained active soil. So that's the reason why they call it under gravel filter. When misused in soil-based stream tanks, the result can be disastrous compaction, clogging, and soil breakdown. The reset basket, on the other hand, is not a filtration system on its own. It's a strategic platform designed to work with proper filtrations like a double sponge filter or hang-on bag filter. So its purpose of the reset basket is 3 things. It is to combat number 1, soil compaction, number 2, stagnation, and number 3, difficulty in replacing or resetting soil. And from a scientific standpoint, what does it help? The exchange of nutrients and ions between soil and water happens through passive diffusion, which is a natural process driven by concentration of gradients. So there's really no need to point your filter outlet directly at the soil to activate anything. So in fact, doing so may cause erosions or dislodge beneficial biofilms, or even degrade the soil unevenly. So now let's take it across the world in the Netherlands. Paula, a hobbyist working with a smaller European tanks, shared her experience. She said the basket was very easy to install and set up. We also provide a video guide, making it even easier for new users to get started. So she added that it was great for small tanks. So in Europe, where 10-gallon tanks or smaller tanks are very common, this was especially encouraging to hear. For 10-gallon setup, we recommend one reset basket with 700 grams of soil. For 20-gallon tanks, 2 baskets provide optimum coverage. The flexibility to scale up or down is one of the basket's greatest strengths. So now let's move to Belgium, where David from Stream Passion has become one of the strongest advocates for the reset basket. On his site, streampassion.com, you can actually see his tanks, on his Instagram account, Facebook, and yes, he's using the reset basket with soil, moss, and the calyx ball. So he places mosses on top of the basket, a neat trick many hobbyists have started copying. It adds natural cover while keeping everything neat and accessible. David's tanks are immaculate, clean lines, vibrant streams, and organized aquascape that feels like art. So when asked about the reset basket, David shared with me, the reset basket is the accessory I was missing for the maintenance. He continued to say that essential for changing active soil without unbalancing the aquarium with new soil. So he now plans to use the basket in all his tanks going forward. For him, it wasn't just a tool, it was a missing piece of the puzzle. And for those in Europe, Stream Passion is the official distributor of our product in Belgium, and including the reset basket and calyx ball. So let's now look at the United States. So one of the most trusted voice in the stream keeping scene is Mario from Mario Stream Tank. If you are part of the stream community on YouTube, chances are you have seen his video. His channel is packed with honest review, hands-on experience, and a genuine desire to help hobbies grow. Mario recently shared a thoughtful review of the reset basket, highlighting how it fits into his ongoing mission to optimize tank care while maintaining beautiful, stable environments, always looking to increase efficiency. He saw clear value in what the reset basket offered. So he noted that the reset basket seems to be a great piece of innovation that some people might be scared to try, but once they do, they will never go back to the regular old way. So that line speaks volume. Many of us can relate. Trying a new method in an established tank can feel risky, but what Mario expressed is what countless hobbies are now experiencing. Once you make the switch, there's no turning back. He went on to explain it's been a great way to save some time at the same time, keep clean looking tanks. It's a beautiful balance, less work, better results. So this is like the shift to the evolution from snail mail to email. So once email became the norm, the old way of writing and mailing letters became lesser and lesser. So the reset basket has the same disruptive potential. So once you start using emails, and when you regularize, then the reset basket will just be in every tank globally. So that's the kind of vision we actually share, and we are already seeing it unfold. But Mario didn't stop there. He opened the floor to his audience and, getting questions like, what's the difference between a reset basket and a UGF? So I think it's a valid question and a necessary distinction. The two systems are fundamentally different. The reset basket is not a filtration system on its own. It's designed to be paired with proper filters like double sponge hang-on back while solving a different problem, soil compaction, stagnation, and ease of reset. So by suspending the basket rather than placing it directly on the tank floor, it avoids creating anaerobic dead zones. UGF, on the other hand, was never designed for fine-grained soil, which I have mentioned in the beginning. So when it's misapplied in stream tanks with active soil, the results can be problematic. And Mario put it simply, he just put it simply, and in his own words, not a good experience on UGF, kept clogging up and turned soil into dust in a few months. Non-stop issues, I just stick to double sponge filter now. So his words echo the frustration of many hobbies who tried to force UGF setup to work with modern Caridina setup, only to face endless clog, degraded soil, and unstable parameters. So the takeaway, my opinion, is just because something is sold doesn't mean it is really suitable. So Mario's experience reinforced why the reset basket was created in the first place, to give stream keepers a sustainable, smart, soil-friendly solution that integrates into modern filtration setup, not to replace them. So if you are in the US and you are looking for practical ways to improve your tank, head over to Mario's channel and subscribe. He's doing this for the right reasons for the hobby and for the people in it. Thank you, Mario, for leading with truth and helping so many keepers take that next step. So another US-based, stream breeder, Jacob Waters, left some incredibly helpful feedback that speaks to the real-life design of the basket. He shared, labels on the pieces made it much easier to build correctly the first time. We hear this often, especially from those building it for the first time. While it might take 10 to 15 minutes initially, we have made sure the experience is as frustration-free as possible. And with the video guide, it's even easier. Jacob also shared, first impression, smaller than I thought, but I like that because since it takes up less space in the tank. That compact footprint is intentional for those with multi-rack systems like us, stacked tanks, or limited working space. We knew the basket had to be slim enough to maneuver, but large enough to hold enough soil. So he also added and said that it is not large. I found it easy to fill with substrate without making a mess, and I had enough space to be able to easily get it into the tank on the middle of my rack. So he later rated the basket 4.9 out of 5 stars. So Jacob, we appreciate you. Your insights help others understand the product through the lens of real use, not theory. Thank you for being part of this journey. So this is more than a product, it's a movement. So the Reset basket isn't just like a tool, it's a representation of where this hobby is actually going. Cleaner, smarter, easier, more enjoyable. It's about helping stream keepers fall back in love with the process, not dread the resets. So it's about giving you back control, clarity, and confidence in your tank care. It's about saving time and reinvesting it in what really matters. And as more hobbies around the world try it, one thing becomes clear: this is working. Time is the one thing you cannot buy back, but what we can do is protect it. We can honor it, and we can make the most of it together. So if you are ready to join us, ready to embrace the shift, and ready to spend more time doing what you love, then welcome. This is just the beginning. For those of you who support this work and want to go deeper with me, there's a bonus drop just for you. It's my way of saying thank you. Until next time, stay inspired, stay efficient, and keep your tanks thriving. And peace out.